how to get this thing from being unlocked. Why does it keep being locked? Okay. I'm just coming on here real quick. Hopefully it's real quick. I just got back in from I guess it's called Bible study. I say church when I say it because to me like it just feels like church. Feels like praise, worship. Um so yeah, it's like almost 11:30 and I'm just now getting on, and it was amazing again. So tonight, we didn't have the same pastor that spoke last time. This was somebody else or whatever. And it's just something about when it comes to the end of the night and like people are going to the altar and praying and stuff. It's just something about that moment that's just so powerful and so like strong and meaningful. And I just to like when I got into when I came into the church tonight, the pastor approached me. He said he was like, I wanted to pray with you last time, but I didn't catch you before you left or whatever. I was like, oh, it's fine. And we just got into this conversation about like experiences and stuff like that. And he told me about his a certain experience and things, and basically mentioning learning to forgive yourself. And I was telling him, I was like, that's what I was struggling with. I was struggling with forgiving myself. I knew in my heart that God had forgiven me, but I had trouble forgiving myself. And it's something that I shouldn't even feel that I need to forgive myself for, because it's something that, my inner being is saying it's your fault. Like, the little devil inside of your head is telling me those things. But we were talking and he was just like, he was just saying, basically saying that he was human. So we had a guest pastor tonight, and he spoke. And at the end of the night, when it was time for like altar call and worship or whatever, so everybody had been praying and stuff, and I guess like out of the blue, the guest pastor, he was like, I don't know what just happened, but like God just told me that somebody in here needs to be you or something like that, something to that extent. And I was just like, wow, wow. Because I have this tattoo on my shoulder. Got it when I was, I think, 18. And it says, be you and be okay with it. And I feel like growing up, I had these instances where I was comfortable with being myself. And then as time went on, I kind of drifted into like this little tunnel, this little cave, and I just like kind of became ashamed of who I was. I didn't feel like who I was enough. Like I just felt like, I can't express myself how I want to because it's not normal. Like it's not acceptable. So for him to say that, he was just like, if this is you that I'm speaking to. When he first said it, I wanted to get up as soon as he said it, but I wasn't sure if he was telling us to come to him so we can get prayed over. I wasn't sure, but then he like said it out his mouth that he wanted us to come up to get prayed over. So I got up and I was like the third one in line, and like he prayed over two girls before me, and like it was just like just whatever. So he gets to me and he looks at me, and it was just so freaking strange. It was so strange the way he looked at me. He was like, what is your name? I told him my name, and he was like, wow. And he didn't tell me why he was saying wow, but he was just like, when I do these type of things, like because I don't typically lay hands on people, I don't typically do this. When I do these kind of things, it's not to like make you upset, it's not to make you feel good or whatever. It's because it's been brought upon me to do this. It's been like, it's something that's coming over him to do this or whatever. And he was telling me that he said that God is telling him that the person that I am is what is going to allow me to have the success that I want. And I was like, oh my God, that is so amazing to hear. Because this whole time, like, I wanted to have a platform. I want to have a platform where I can be myself and I can be loved for being myself. Where people want to listen to me, people want to come to me and like hear my story, and they want to learn from my experiences, and they want to like hear me out and kind of like know that they're not alone, type of thing. So it was just so amazing. Like he literally sat there and said, God is telling me that you being you is what is going to make you reach that success that you want to reach. And I was like, what? That's what I've been asking for this whole entire time. And it was just so crazy because like when I was sitting in my chair, before he even like told people to come up to get prayed over, I was in my chair and I was like, God, I want to feel your presence. I want to feel you. I want like to feel you like around me, surrounding me. So when I was up there and he was praying over me, he did a little thing or whatever with the olive oil, like put his hand on my forehead. I think that's why I got this little bump, but that's neither here nor there. So so he put his hand on my forehead and he was like, usually I would be the one that would count down or whatever, but I'm gonna let you do it. So he was telling me, he told the girls, like he had his hand on my forehead and like I was getting weak as he was doing it, and he was like telling the girls behind me, he was like, you hold her, you hold her, you hold her, like had a bunch of girls holding me, and I was just like felt light as a feather, and I kept drifting back, and I just kept drifting back. He wasn't pushing me, I was just drifting back and drifting back. And then when he told me to count to 3, when he kept doing that, and I was just drifting back, and he said, when you get to 3, everything that is holding you back from being yourself is going to be released. And it's like I hesitated a little bit when I got to 3. I was like, am I ready for it to be released? But when I counted to 3, I fell back. I hit the ground. Like I was I was on the ground. Now this happened to me before, like somebody trying to lay hands on me and like, make me fall. I didn't fall because I was like, I'm not ready to fall. You can't make me fall because I'm not ready. So tonight I fell. And when I was down there, it's like my heart was fluttering. Like it was just like fluttering. I don't know what the hell that was, but it was fluttering. And so I'm down on the ground and I'm like, my eyes open and I'm looking up and I'm just like, thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you. And I got up and I just was smiling the whole freaking night. Like usually during this time of the month, like since that situation happened, since like the miscarriage, every time it gets around this day, the 28th, I just like I'm depressed. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to go home and I want to just isolate myself, and I want to be in the dark, and I just want to like not be bothered by anybody. I just want to be to myself. But today I was happy. This whole week I've been happy. I've been smiling. Like I haven't been letting anything get to me. Something like will tick me off for a few seconds, and then I'm like making jokes about it and I'm happy again. And it's just like that has been a major change from what I've been experiencing these past couple of months. And like when I got up and I had that feeling, I kept touching my chest because I'm like, this feels weird. It feels kind of, it's just different. And I smiled the whole rest of the night, and I just sat there and I'm watching him talk over these women and like pray over these women. And like a few, I saw like tears or whatever. I don't know what he was saying to them, but I saw tears coming out their eyes. But I don't know, like it was different. I needed it. It meant a lot to me. Like it's like every time, well, this is my second time going there, but it's like going there, and it's like when I'm in that moment and I'm asking God to show me things, to tell me things, and this is the fastest he has shown and told me things. The fastest. Every time when I step foot in that church, he it's like, okay, you where you supposed to be. I'm gonna tell you what I've been trying to tell you, but you don't want to listen, type of thing. And it's just amazing. To get answers like that, it's crazy. But I just wanted to drop in and say that, I don't know, I'm gonna try to get back to doing like actual videos with my camera or whatever. But this is just more convenient for me because it's been a month since I moved into this apartment and I still have not got like cozy and brought like all my belongings over here because I told y'all like I don't really want to be in this apartment. So it's like I still have my laptop and stuff at my mom's and whatnot. So I'll try to I keep telling myself like you need to do what you wanted to do. I wanted to actually make something of this channel. I wanted to actually, and I feel like these little lives that I've been doing, they're genuine, they're not edited, they're how I feel in the moment, they're my thoughts, and I feel like that should be respected. But I do also have an understanding that we live in a world where YouTube has become bigger than what it was. So sometimes doing what I'm doing right now isn't going to suffice. But I do pray that it help, like whatever I say in these videos, it resonates with somebody and somebody is able to take something from it, or like just appreciate the rawness, the vulnerability, like those type of things. I just want to be able to allow people to see that they're not alone. And I want to be able to do that by being myself. And I want to hopefully one day be able to travel the world and talk to others and be on a stage in front of thousands, maybe even millions of people, and just being myself and being loved for being myself. And I know it's going to happen one day. I don't know when it's going to happen, but that would be awesome. That's like my ultimate goal. So yeah, I just wanted to make that real quick, say that really quickly, and I'm about to call it a night. It's almost 12 o'clock in the morning. It was worth it though. Yeah, have a good one. I love you and thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Love you.